It's the most wonderful time of the year. What's up, YouTube fam? It is the Slikester back again with another video, and I've been honestly looking forward to doing this video the entire week, or ever since the Royal Rumble, because of course now we are in the midst of Mania season. So, as I've said in past videos, unfortunately, I will not be going to Wrestlemania this year. I've said it many times in the past, but I want to kind of dedicate this video to a certain selective groups of people that are going to Wrestlemania, especially first-time goers to Wrestlemania. So I thought I'd be Santa Claus. No, that's not the right way to put it. Oprah Winfrey. No. I thought I'd use my veteran experience to give you guys some tips and advice on your WrestleMania trip. And that's what's going to be the video here for you guys today. So, I am going to be giving you my 2 cents, my tips, my advice, what to plan for, what to expect for your WrestleMania trip, and for Axxess as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to divide this video into 2 parts. One part being just for your WrestleMania trip in general, and another part being for Axxess. Because Axxess in itself, especially for first-time WrestleMania goers, people ask a lot of questions just based on Axxess itself. So, I'm going to start off with the WrestleMania questions, and here's to ya. I've been looking up some questions. Some people have been asking me questions as well about Mania and Axxess. So the most common ones I usually see are, how long do I stay for my WrestleMania trip? That really depends. It depends on how long you want to stay. It depends on your schedule. It depends on work. It really varies. Some people like to go in on a Thursday or Friday and stay on until a Monday. Some people like just going the whole week like me. I like to fly in the Wednesday of and just get to explore the city, go to an NBA game like we did the last 2 years. Just really relax for a bit until like the whole festivities start, because I feel if I go on a Thursday or a Friday, I feel like either I miss out on a day or I'm just going right into the rush. And I just don't get time to just relax, settle down a little bit. I like to go from Wednesday to Wednesday, and I just prefer going all out on these WrestleMania trips. But again, it really depends on you. It depends on your schedule. It depends on your availability. If work's gonna give you time off to do it. So again, it really depends. How much do I spend? Again, going back on the first question, it really depends on what you want to do during WrestleMania week. I will say this right now, WrestleMania week is the South by Southwest of wrestling. Meaning you got a whole bunch of events going on during WrestleMania week. Another question I see here, is it just WWE shows? No, it is not just WWE shows. Of course, you have Raw, SmackDown, the Hall of Fame, NXT, WrestleMania, Axxess. But then you got other events as well, like independent shows. You got WrestleCon, you got one-man shows, you got meet and greets, stuff like that, man. So it's just a full week of wrestling. And honestly, when it comes to money and spending for these events, it really depends on what you want to do. Because some people like to go to WrestleCon and Axxess to meet wrestlers and get autographs and stuff like that. Some people like to go to indie shows and spend most of their events at indie shows like Evolve and Progress and stuff like that. Personally, I like to mix both. I prefer going to WrestleCon and doing the meet and greets and Axxess as well. So most of my spending money goes on that. But I like to mix it up a little bit. Like, I like to do that and then do a little bit of independent shows. Like last year we did the WrestleCon show, which was really fun. The year before Orlando, I didn't go to any independent shows, but for 32 I did go to one of the Evolve shows, which was really good. So I like to kind of mix it up a little bit. So it really depends on you, like what do you want to do during WrestleMania week. Just my tip is to just get the most important things covered, like travel. Get the hotel or Airbnb covered. Get food covered. Of course, you don't want to starve there. You need a place to stay. You're gonna have to find a way to get there. So get those 3 covered for sure, and then worry about the events. Like, you can get the events afterwards, unless if you want to really get the premium VIP or VIP tickets for Axxess, which I'll get to later on. But again, it really depends on what you want to do during WrestleMania week. I will give another tip as well. Really organize what you're going to plan out for your events, because you don't want to run into a situation where you buy tickets for show A and you buy tickets for show B, but then later on you forgot the time for show B is the same time as show A. So now you're stuck in a little dilemma. Should I sell show A tickets or sell show B tickets? What do I do? So get like a notepad, get like a calendar or something like that. Just really jot down the events you want to go to and just organize it based on there. So let's say on a Friday I want to go to WrestleCon in the morning and NXT later on that night. And Saturday I want to do Axxess in the morning and then the Hall of Fame afterwards, just for example. But I mean, doing that will really help you out in like organizing the events you want to go to. Because again, you don't really want to run into a situation where you have a dilemma and shows will go at the same time together. And it does happen. It does happen because there will be shows and there will be conventions and stuff like that, or appearances that will be at the same time as each other. There's some VIP Axxess lineups that are going to be at the same time as NXT this year, and I'll get to that later on. But in terms of me and spending, if I were to give you like a rough estimate of like what I've spent for WrestleMania trips, I'd say probably a good 25 to 3 grand at most. I spent probably about 3 last year for New Orleans because we did so many things. The Austin appearance, WrestleCon, the autographs, the pictures, food. Had to stay an extra day at the Drury because I decided to stay for SmackDown. So a lot of things added up on that trip. So roughly it's probably about like $25,000 to $3,000 for the entire trip. So I'm not saying spend that much, but I mean I would say just the thing I didn't do at first was really organize what I'm going to spend. And honestly, that's another tip I'm going to give to you guys. Really organize what you're going to be spending for WrestleMania, because you don't want to run into a situation like I've had with previous years where I spent most of my money at WrestleCon and I'm just having trouble spending money afterwards. So really like organize what you're going to plan to spend. And I did that on my LA trip for Survivor Series, and that worked out really good. What items should I bring? I know a lot of other YouTubers have suggested like bringing a Sharpie. That's cool. I mean, if you're really into autographs and if you're really into like getting your merch signed, yeah, Sharpie can come in very handy, because you might walk into a wrestler on the street and you'd be like, oh my god, I want to get your autograph. Go approach them, they give you the autograph. And guys, if you see a wrestler on the street walking, or they just walk past by you, don't be afraid to approach them. Ask them. They're going to expect people to do that anyhow. The only time I will say never to do that is if they're with their wife or their family or stuff like that. That never do. But if they're just walking down the street by themselves or with the other bunch of wrestlers or superstars, don't be afraid to approach them. They're going to expect that during WrestleMania week anyhow, and people are going to recognize them regardless. They're going to expect it. If you want to just go in for a quick picture, do it. Don't be afraid. Sharpie's really cool. I really, really recommend bringing this, and I don't know where I put it now. It's right here. I really recommend bringing this with you. A portable charger. This comes in very, very handy, because guaranteed you are going to use your phone a lot for pictures, for videos, and your phone is going to fucking drain out like crazy. This comes in handy. I bought this off Amazon I think this was like about $30 or so. Really good. Helped me out in my LA trip to Survivor Series, man. This really did the trick for me, and this comes in very, very handy. What am I going to spend the most money on the most, or what do I expect to spend the most money on? Two places. The Superstore and WrestleCon. If you go to either or both, you are guaranteed to spend money. The Superstore, you're going to walk into the Superstore. You are not going to walk out of the Superstore empty-handed. Guaranteed. Because what you're going to see at the Superstore is all this merch. Souvenirs, t-shirts, belts, figures, stuff like that, man. You are not going to go empty-handed. Like I said before, really organize what you're going to be spending. Don't go into a situation where you're going to overspend at the Superstore and then you're screwed for the entire week. Like, if you don't have money to buy a $400, $500 belt, don't do it. If you have the money, great, buy it. But you're definitely going to walk out with something. You're going to walk out with souvenirs. You're going to walk out with t-shirts. You're definitely going to spend money at the Superstore. WrestleCon is another money grabber. And this is where I spend most of my money at. WrestleCon. Me, like I said before, I like meeting wrestlers and taking pictures and autographs with them. And even though you plan out what you want to get or who you want to meet at WrestleCon, there's still always going to be somebody that you're just like, I really want to meet that person. I really want to take a picture with that person. And that always happens at WrestleCon. So I had a bunch of wrestlers planned for last year at New Orleans. And I still have some spending money left. But then I saw other superstars like Alundra Blaze. I wasn't planning to meet Alundra Blaze, but she was just right there. I had the money to do it. I blew it. And I had a picture with Alundra Blaze. Another example I got was Vicky Guerrero as well. She did a little plug for my YouTube channel, so shout out to her. So she was doing it at a good price. I ended up doing it. But you're going to run into situations where you have the money in hand, the wrestler's right in front of you, and it's very tempting just to give them that money and get that autograph or that picture. And WrestleCon is just a money grabber, man. I'm telling you. You'll probably see fucking divas and women wrestlers with their tip popping out and ass popping out and shit. And you're just like, oh, I want to take a picture with that. Boom, right there. You see legends, you see managers, stuff like that. You're going to spend money for sure. So those two places, guaranteed you're going to be spending money. This one kind of strikes home with me. So I want to go to WrestleMania. I may be doing it alone this year. I don't want to run into a situation where I'm going alone and it's awkward. Has anybody ever done this before? I have done it many times. WrestleMania 32 was my first WrestleMania, and I did that alone, and I've had the greatest time. Wrestling fans, I'll tell you this right now. Wrestling fans are the most friendliest people you will ever meet. You go up to them, you talk wrestling, you're going to be best friends within like 5-10 minutes. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Especially if you're going alone, man. You're not gonna really be alone, dude. You're bona fide to make friends for sure. Guaranteed. I went to wrestling trips by myself even after that too, and I've made plenty of friends. You're gonna have a good time regardless if you go with a bunch of friends, regardless if you go alone. WrestleMania week is wrestling and dedicated to wrestling, and you're definitely going to be making friends that week. So that's all the questions I really see. That's all the tips and advice I can give off the top of my head right now for your Mania trip. Now, let's get into Axxess. So Monday, WWE finally announced a location for Axxess, which some people speculate there's not even going to be an Axxess. There's going to be like a whole bunch of like Cricket Wireless signings going around New York and New Jersey. So we finally have a location for Axxess, and the reason that's really taboo is WWE usually announces the location the moment they announce the city where WrestleMania is going to be hosted, and they didn't have a location for the longest time. And they finally announced it. It's going to be at the Brooklyn Pier 12. I don't really know the size of this building. For those that are in the New York, New Jersey area, comments. Is it going to be a good enough space? I don't know if it's going to be small or big, but I can't imagine during a Saturday afternoon Axxess session that you're going to have any space to walk. But don't quote me on it. I don't know the size of that building, so I can't really comment or judge based on that. But not only did they announce the location, they announced the dates, and they have announced the VIP and Premium VIP Superstar lineup for this year. And for those that did not catch it, I will read it off to you right now. VIP lineup. And these VIP lineups will cost $125. Thursday, April 4th, from 6 to 8 p.m., we got the New Day. Friday, April the 5th, we got from 1 to 3, Sasha Banks and Bayley. From 3 to 5, The Miz and Maurice. Saturday, April 6th, from 1 to 3, we got Daniel Bryan. 3 to 5, Braun Strowman. 6 to 8, Asuka. And 8 to 10, the NXT champions, which are most likely going to be Tommaso Ciampa and Shayna Baszler. Sunday, April 7th, from 8 to 10, we got Dean Ambrose, probably doing his last signing as a WWE superstar. Premium VIP lineup for this year. Thursday, April the 4th, from 8 to 10, we got Charlotte Flair. Friday, April 5th, from 6 to 8, we got Ronda Rousey. And from 8 to 10, we got Shane McMahon. Saturday, April 6th, we got from 8 to 10, Seth Rollins. And from 10 to 12, Becky Lynch. And last but not least, Monday, April 8th, from 12 to 2, we got AJ Styles. So, that's the VIP and Premium VIP lineup for this year's Axxess. Personally, I like this lineup this year. Two picks that I find which are fire. Ronda Rousey and Shane McMahon. Ronda Rousey, her first signing as a WWE superstar. Shane McMahon rarely does stuff like this. So, get it. I would say get a Shane McMahon VIP ticket. It's worth it. So those are the two hot picks. If you want to meet Becky Lynch, you want to meet AJ Styles, go for it, no problem. But I'm going to get into the most frequently asked questions about Axxess, and here it goes. With a GA ticket, can I meet a VIP or Premium VIP superstar? No. You cannot meet a Premium VIP or VIP superstar with a general admission ticket. You have to buy the VIP or Premium VIP ticket for that specific superstar in order to meet that superstar. With the GA lineups, can you still meet wrestlers? Of course you can. You can still meet wrestlers. They usually post the GA lineups probably a week before WrestleMania or the week of. So they usually post it very late, but you could definitely buy GA. You could definitely meet wrestlers with a GA ticket for sure. If they're not on the VIP or Premium VIP lineup, you definitely could buy. You could definitely meet wrestlers with a GA ticket. GA ticket. One person on Twitter asked me, how early in advance should you be at Axxess? I would say if you have a Premium VIP ticket and a VIP ticket, I would say probably get there maybe like 20 minutes, half an hour before the session starts, because they usually let the VIP and the Premium VIP ticket holders in about maybe 50 minutes early just to line up for a specific superstar, but I'm going to get into a little tip later on. If you have a GA ticket, probably go maybe 15-20 minutes before the session starts, because you're going to be lining up just to go in, and yeah, just do it probably like 15-20 minutes before. And if you have a Premium VIP or VIP ticket, go there probably like half an hour before, if you plan to go there early and just like get inside and get into the line and meet that superstar. A tip of mine that I have for you guys for Axxess: if you have a VIP or Premium VIP ticket and your plan is to really meet as much wrestlers in your session as possible, I would say meet your GAs first. Meet your GAs first, because God knows how long those lines are going to be. Get through those first. The VIP and the Premium VIP tickets, you can meet them anytime within that session time. So you can show the person your wristband at any time and just go in line. Just don't miss that session. That's all I gotta say. But meet your GAs first and then go to your VIPs and Premium VIPs. I kind of did that rookie mistake for Kurt Angle at 33. I met Kurt Angle and I wanted to meet Kane, and I didn't get a chance to meet Kane because he was GA and Kurt Angle was a premium VIP. That was a rookie mistake I did, and I kind of learned my lesson on that for 34. I think 34 was the convention where I met the most wrestlers at Axxess, for sure. Because 32 through 33, I've only met like a minimal amount of wrestlers. So with 34, I've met the most. How long do you have with each wrestler to meet? Usually it would probably be about maybe 30 seconds. If you're lucky, you get maybe 1 minute with the wrestler. But I'd say they usually get it around 30 seconds. Another tip I have for you guys as well, because they usually like to rush people at Axxess as well. Really prep what you're going to say. It's sort of like that elevator pitch where you're trying to sell somebody something, but it's not. You're not really selling something to the wrestler. You're just saying what you feel and getting your thoughts across in about 30 seconds or so, because all they're gonna do is just, hey, shake your hand, autograph, picture, and that's it. Within that 30 seconds, I'd say really think about what you're going to say to the wrestler, think about what you're going to do, because it's going to be a very quick interaction. If you're lucky, you probably get a minute with the wrestler at most, but I'd say probably about 30 seconds. What else is there to do besides meet wrestlers? There's a whole bunch of things you can do. Besides meeting WWE superstars at Axxess, there's a whole bunch of like memorabilia you can see. They have a whole section where you can look at memorabilia and antiques and stuff like that, and especially they usually do that for the Hall of Fame inductees, where you can just look at their memorabilia and all that stuff. They got like really cool activities where you can commentate a match, you can create your own entrance, you can go inside the elimination chamber. They usually have like foam pits as well. They have a whole bunch of things you can do for Axxess, man. It's an ultimate experience for a WWE and a wrestling fan. So there's a whole bunch of things to do during Axxess. It's not just meeting wrestlers. With my premium VIP or VIP ticket, can I meet more than one VIP or premium VIP superstar? And can I meet GA wrestlers as well? No and yes. The no part is, if you have a premium VIP ticket or VIP ticket for that specific superstar. So let's say, for example, let me just get a schedule here. So let's say, for example, you got a premium VIP ticket to meet Charlotte, and you want to meet the New Day. You can't use your Charlotte ticket to meet the New Day. You have to buy a separate VIP ticket for the New Day in order to meet the New Day. But you, as a premium VIP ticket holder or a VIP ticket holder, can meet general admission wrestlers at Axxess. So you do have that option to do that. And if you want to meet more than one VIP superstar or premium VIP superstar, you can definitely do that. There's no restriction, there's no limit. You can buy one for every superstar on the premium VIP lineup. Doesn't matter. You do have that option to do that. We have come to the end of my video. So, if there was ever a big piece of advice, or the biggest piece of advice that I'm going to give to you guys for your WrestleMania trip, whether you're going for your first time or you're going by yourself or with a whole bunch of friends, just have fun. WrestleMania week is a magical time as a wrestling fan, because it's not even just WrestleMania. And another tip I'm going to give to you guys is, don't worry about how good the show is going to be for WrestleMania. You can't really expect WWE to give you the best show, because it's usually a hit or miss. And it's not even just about WrestleMania. It's the experience that you're going to have that week. And especially if you're going for your first time, you are definitely going to have fun. And just have fun, dude. Whether you're going to other shows, conventions, you're going to meet wrestlers down the street, you're definitely going to meet new people, see new places in New York, see a lot of bars, clubs if you're down to do that. Honestly, guys, just have fun. That's the best piece of advice I'm going to give to you. It is the best week as a wrestling fan, because you get so many wrestling fans from across the world, so many things happening, and all I'm just going to say is, as a wrestling fan, you're going to have a blast. it'll definitely become addicting for sure. The past 3 WrestleManias for me. After my first WrestleMania, dude, I wanted to do it again, and I did it. I did it in Orlando, New Orleans. Certain circumstances prevented me from going this year, but I wish I could be going to WrestleMania again. Unfortunately, I'm not. But my biggest piece of advice for you guys that are watching this video right now and are going to WrestleMania, just have fun. And that is my video for today. If I haven't addressed your question, or if you have a question in mind, don't hesitate to comment below or give me a shout on Twitter at SlakeOmar. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like this channel, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next video.